Hi guys, it's me again, Jennifer Montgomery, back doing my Inspired Soul Sessions videos. Again, I'm not consistent with those, so I'm fully aware of this, and it really is just an energetic thing. So I recently just started feeling like this burst of just like creativity and just inspiration, and I've been directing that towards my art. So I've been less, I guess, contemplative and more like actually outputting art, which has felt amazing because for like since March I've been a little bit just a little bit relaxed about it, I guess, because I didn't feel the inspiration because I was basically sheltering in place at home, and there's I mean, home's great, but I mean, I'm a person that needs like inspiration from like social connections and the outside world. So home can be a little bit redundant after a while. So that explains my lapse in time with videos. Also, so we just had our final eclipse of the summer. So that was 2 nights ago. What is today? Today is Tuesday, 7/7/2020. Look at that, twin numbers. Yeah, so the eclipse effects can be felt for a while after the eclipse. So I'm definitely feeling change on the horizon. I feel it. I'm seeing the numbers that are indicating change is coming. I feel like it's going to be something significant but positive. So that's how I'm feeling it for myself. And basically I'm just kind of sharing the message that if that happens in your reality, it's kind of part of the energy. So we've seen things uncovered. So I think there's things we don't know that are coming to light. And I say this a lot about, the dark coming to the light. That's a lot of what 2020, in my opinion, is about, is awakening and seeing the truth. And we're seeing that in the media and government and other like corrupt things are going to be exposed. So that just happened Friday. There was an arrest. I don't really want to get into that. I knew about this subject matter. It's disturbing. It involves children. I don't like it. Obviously, I work with children, so the content of the information I learned about and was aware of, and I didn't know any of this sort of stuff was happening until this year. So it makes sense as I'm putting pieces together. Along the line, I can see, how things are lining up. The children, the crimes against children is really, I mean, it just, I don't like it. It just bothers me, honestly. I've been working with children my whole life. So, it's disturbing, and I just think it's really, really despicable. So, and it even, just humans in general, I mean, it's a crime against humanity, and I just find that to be like really filthy. So anyway, like things like this we're seeing it, it's coming out. So we really can't bury your head in the sand and act as if it doesn't exist, So I personally was, I used the term to a friend recently where I said, I kind of go with, it's like drip disclosure. Like I know things, I know a lot of things, and people think they want to I guess oppose or challenge, and that's fine, because some of the stuff that I'm aware of, it's disturbing, it sounds totally outrageous, but I mean, we're seeing it happen. It's coming, it's there. I mean, I do a lot of research. So, and I do so much research that it's like, it's embedded in my consciousness. I get it. Like it's full, like I'm fully understanding what's going on an energetic level, but then I also have all these like bits and pieces of information that I can conversate about, but honestly, not everybody's ready to hear it. So I keep a lot of things to myself, but then I just adjust for my own life the way that I have to, or the way that I suspect that this is going to go. And then, you know, when I have these like I guess intuitions or claircognizant, like knowings, whatever, I see evidence of it later in the world, in the news, just in, you know, in the way that things kind of end up panning out. So I've become more comfortable with trusting when I get these knowings that I should listen to them or not, or just at least pay attention, like, oh yeah, okay, that's why I'm seeing these signs or these messages, like from my guides or, you know, higher powers, angels, whatever, ancestors, whatever we want to call it, but it's there and I live my life like that. So cards, you know, I'm big into, I'm very into my spiritual reality. So my guidance cards are on point. So there's that. Things might get a little bit more turbulent. So from what I'm reading, from cosmic shifting, in looking forward, things might get a little bit like uncomfortable. I don't really know what that means specifically, but the energy's there. So then with that energy being there, forecasted, I can say, okay, well, you know, such and such might happen. If and when that does, well, I'm not really surprised. For instance, a pandemic. Okay, 2020 was, you know, forecasted to be pretty much what's happening, flipped upside down and turned inside out. Like, did I anticipate a pandemic? No. But here we are, change. So that's kind of how things happen. And it's putting us where we need to be. So I can see now how things are manifesting in my life. Like I wrote a lot of things down like several years ago, and then I can see how they're like, it's like slowly but surely I'm getting there. And it's really fascinating. So it's a good time to just go with the flow. There's been a really, really big divide, unfortunately, and that's not the point of all of this. So I think it's really beneficial to consider, if you have a message or you're really, really passionate about something, maybe ask yourself why, like to get to the root of it, as opposed to like pushing a certain narrative or a certain message. Because I know what I see is this political thing going back and forth, like, you know, left, right, you know, this, that, or the other. And okay, that's great, but like, who are you? Like, who are you? Why are you pushing this so much? What's underneath that? Why are you so against this side and then so opposed to the in favor of this other side? Like, what is the root of it? I mean, I see from my angle, from what it looks like to me, is that when a person's pushing one side more, or mostly it's a lot of opposition, so it's not really positive. And like what I'm noticing is that like the hate on one party, and that's great, but like that says more about you than the thing you're hating. And that's kind of it's always been my mindset, is like, that really doesn't give you power. That's totally false power. You can dislike something and say, okay, I don't like this for these reasons. I don't like this person or this movement or this position or this party for whatever reasons. But then why not advocate for the one that you really do support? But the opposition keeps that negative vibe going. And that's just not helping anything. It's creating more powerful negative energy, and you're just fueling something you really don't like anyway. So you're going to get it. And it may not be the outcome you want, just, because you hate something, a lot of times you're attracting that very thing right to you. So it's always really powerful to support and focus on the things that are feeling good and that you do want and you feel really passionate about in a positive way, and leave that other stuff. It's like a good example would be like, I said I've worked with children, and you're with a toddler, your child, you're babysitting, whatever it is, like a 2-year-old having an absolute, balls out tantrum. Well, I can remember a time when I've had that experience and I'm going to walk away. And I can seriously remember, people looking at me like, I probably may be confused. I don't know if they were confused or if they thought it was a great idea, but it was my little sister. She used to have these tantrums sometimes. And I just let her, she'd be on the floor, freaking out, and I would just walk away. She's going to stop. Because what you don't give attention to the stuff you don't like. So in my mindset, I'd be like, well, if you're going to act like that, I'm going over here. And when you're done and you feel better, then I guess you'll come back to reality. But in the meantime, I'm not going to intercept that. You're having a moment. So have your moment. And then when you're done acting a fool, then you can come back. Why am I going to wrangle and wrestle a child that clearly just wants to, just express? So it's kind of the same thing with other things you don't like. It's why are you going to fight that? Let it fuel itself and run out of fuel. Just let it, let it run its course. That's how I see it. That works for me, because I don't want to get involved in all that energy that's all twisted up and it's all combative and no, I'm not doing it. Some people think it means I don't care, and I care not to feel like that. I care not to be all jammed up. So when you're a clear vessel, more great things are going to come to you. You're not going to get those little snags, people want to come at me because they're angry and I posted something and don't you that. I don't care. I'm just posting for awareness. Not for any other reason. It's just awareness. It's not for argument. It's just, hey, this is my experience. So debates, history, I don't want to get into that. That's just not how I roll. So during this time, I think that's important to consider about the purpose behind why you do what you do. On many levels, I've been checking myself and on many levels, and it's oh, you know what? I don't have to do this. I don't like how this makes me feel. I'm not doing this. I'm going to try something different that feels better, and go there. And then in doing so, I'm not creating static in my energy field. And then I'm just going in the direction of what feels good. I'm remaining neutral, positive, clear, balanced, and grounded. And that is awesome. So that's all I got for today. I hope everyone's doing awesome. Yeah, we're already in July. It's amazing. So I really feel like I've gone through eons in just 7 months. So that's pretty interesting. So I hope everyone's safe, well, happy, hydrated, drink your water, be nice to each other, love each other, shine, speak your truth kindly, and appreciate this life. So my books are available, jennifermontgomery.net. There is a books page, and I also have a Key West art store on my website now that is in progress. So, and you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Please click like, subscribe, share, and comment. Okay, thank you. Bye.